Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Patrick from Obscure Reference here, and Netflix dropped another trailer for Yu Yu Hakusho. There it is, right in the corner there, a new trailer for their live-action Yu Yu Hakusho show, and I thought I'd take a look. I did a little bit of reaction to the first teaser. Liked what I saw there. Ultimately, that video got lost in the mix, so it never got uploaded. But right now, I'm cautiously optimistic, like I try to be with any adaptation, regardless of medium or what it's adapting. So I was, like I said, cautiously optimistic with what I saw from the first teaser. Nothing to say this is going to be bad, though I am a little hesitant with how some of the main cast looks. But I don't know. Hopefully, seeing a movement here in this new trailer will show me wrong. Think, I guess a little bit of background. I read this series, no, I watched this series back in middle school, high school, so it has a very special place in my heart. I wasn't old enough to watch it when it was on Toonami, but that was definitely around the time I was growing up. So it's been a name that I've known for years, and I finally watched it. Well, I say finally, but it was like 10 years ago that at this point. But it's a special series that holds a special place in my heart. I don't think a lot of people talk about it today, and I hope that my big hope is that this kind of ignites that discussion again because it is a series that's worth revisiting in the current age. Even if a lot more people now are talking about the author's other work, Hunter x Hunter, this is a special series that deserves all the praise it gets. So I'm hoping this show can do that. Without further ado, I think it's time we jump into this bad boy. So at the bat, we got Koenma doing something. All right, here we go. Oop. All right, it's got. Oh, okay, it's like a scroll. Okay.
人間界に忍び込んだ妖怪は人間を餌食にした。
I didn't like that.
浦飯祐介。
That was
異
uncomfortable.
常な
That's
ス
why
ピ
I
ードで
didn't
穴
like
が広がっておる。
it. Oh, the hole.
明らかに人為的な力だ。霊界探偵としての初指令を言い渡す。
Is this?
生かれるんだ
I
か
don't
ら
remember
断
this
る理由
whole
はない
thing.
だろう。
小山様はあんたのために指導者を手配したんだから。
There's Genkai.
かかってきな。
Okay, that's a good. All right, yeah,
鬼かよ。
I like that.
強くなるんだよ、ユウスケ。みんなを
Genkai's
守る
a
ために
fantastic
な。
character. I love her. Quarter of a century, a live-action adaptation is finally.
綺麗だな。クラマ。
Been a quarter of a
霊界
century.
の使い
Jesus.
か罠に誘い込まれたような嫌な感じがする。
今回は平気で町燃やすような連中なんだろ
上等だよ。
お楽しみはこれからということです。
Hey.
後戻りはできんぞ。
こいつは俺がやる。
まずはウォーミングアップといこうか。
There's Taguro. All right, this was in the first teaser. Interesting.
お前たちに人間界の存亡を託した。
Are we take? Oh shit. Okay, I'm blanking on her name. It's TA's brother,
これが
sister.
純粋な強さだ。
Did he go buff? Oh, he looks buff.
違う。お前のは強さじゃね
It looks a little
もう
goofy.
仲間など必要ない。
え。ユウスケ。
Oh, that was his full muscle form, wasn't it? So, all right, I have thoughts then. If that's how they're doing it. Hold on. I want to go back. Let's see if we can't see Hiei's sister. No, this is way too far back. Gonna mute this right now. Yeah, overall, this looks pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this looks like it's gonna not bastardize the original series because I don't, this can do its own thing and be fine. I'm not saying that otherwise, but I do think, oh, right there. It looks like they're taking elements from the Dark Tournament saga and they're mixing it in with the first season stuff. Because a lot of the first season, for the anime at least, was a lot of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's EA's sister. I'm blanking on her name right now. Feel free to correct me in the comments. But I just kind of seem to recall that a lot of the first few arcs before the Dark Tournament were a lot of not standalone stuff, but I want to get a better look at that. Were like arcs that were lead into the next, and as Yusuke was kind of getting his, God, I'm not focusing on pausing at the right time. Um, and there you go. Okay, that actually doesn't look terrible. All right, good for you. I forget who's producing this, but good for you. Um, what was I saying? A lot of the arcs are kind of like towards the beginning are like smaller, shorter arcs as Yusuke gets his feet wet as a spirit detective. And that's kind of how you meet Kuwabara, Hiei, Kurama, the whole gang and stuff. So you have to start somewhere, and the fact that it sounds like, you know, where was it's towards the beginning. They're trying to open a hole that's gonna release a bunch of yokai. This is a little too far back. Um, Everything with Genkai is awesome. Um, because I don't know if you can make her comically short like she is in the anime, without risking that looking silly, in live action. Um, that effect looked pretty decent. I don't know about that. That didn't look great in the last time either, um, but I'm just curious because like it looks like they're trying to make this into one bigger story with the investor behind the Dark Tournament and the Taguros opening a hole in the middle of the city. I don't remember where the city is that Yusuke lives in. Um, Interesting. That must be like some sort of invisible creature. Uh, yeah, this fella, I'm blanking on his name. He's voiced by um, the English actor for Trunks in Dragon Ball Z in the dub. I'm pretty sure. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to put names in the chat, whatever. Um, so it looks like they're making him and the Taguros the big bads of this season, which works. But like, also, what are you gonna do if this gets a second season and you have to do the Dark Tournament where, spoilers, the Taguro or younger Taguro is still the big baddie? Do you have him beat Yusuke at the end of this first season, and then we lead into that? Do we have well, I'm bordering on talking about spoilers for the Dark Tournament saga that could be brought into here. It looks like we're gonna speed through this a little bit, see if I can't find what I'm looking for. Um, we might be getting something from the Dark Tournament saga here. We got that shot again. That's a cool shot. Guy looks like putty though. It doesn't look great. Oh, that's actually what I was looking for. Um, yeah, right here. Yeah, he's from the Dark Tournament too, but I think he's the one that has Hiei's sister originally in the anime. Um, so right here we see younger Taguro visiting Genkai. That makes me think that we might be getting some stuff from the Dark Tournament saga in this first season of the show, which would be weird. It might be a good way to raise emotional stakes without spoiling anything. Um, but I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm not sold on the hair, though I do know it is pretty accurate to how he looks originally. Glasses. I'm glad they kept the weird looking shades for Taguro here. Um, yeah, because you see him buff, that just looks weird. They've definitely got him in a muscle suit. It just looks doofy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's no way to do it right, and there's no way to when he goes like 100%, that's gonna look great either. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, Spirit Gun looks actually pretty decent. Yeah, like this is what I'm talking about. Like this is probably gonna look really weird when we see the full, body reveal. Um, but I don't know. It looks like they're using a little bit of prosthetics, but I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of CG with it too. I don't know how you do it without CG, especially in a smaller show like this where you know practical effects are gonna cost you more after a certain point. Um, yeah, I don't know. I've been dubious because Yu Yu Hakusho is a show that is pretty fantastical, and they have a lot of like fun elements that are fantasy based, right? And occult, and so I don't know. I'm curious to see how they pull this off. I'm not sure. I don't know. I was a little more optimistic after the last teaser, the fact that they might be mixing up some of the storyline elements from the second big saga into this first one makes me a little hesitant. Um, that being said, I'm still leaning on the more positive side of this. I'm not sure this will light the world on fire, kind of like the live action One Piece did. But then again, Yu Yu Hakusho doesn't have the fan base that One Piece does anymore. Um, but I can see it doing fairly decently well. I hope it does because I love Yu Yu Hakusho and I want more people to get their eyes on it. Um, I just don't know. When you do something like this that can be presented to a wider audience, you want it to be something you can show to your friends without a shadow of a doubt that they'll like it. Um, so I don't know if this says that yet. So we'll see. We only have a week before this is out. I'm probably gonna watch at least an episode or two, give my thoughts. If not in a short, then maybe online. Who knows? We'll see when we get there. Maybe I get sucked in. Um, but this is making me really want to go back and I have the Shonen Jump app. Maybe I just go back and reread the whole series. I'm thinking that's what I do. Um, you got me, Togashi. You got me. Oh, real quick, I want to touch on this. This is a really cool effect. That's someone's life, I think, just sprawled out on a scroll. I like that. This is just creepy. You know what? Actually, no, I'm not gonna say anything. That might be spoilers. Um, that might be interesting if that is what I think it is. Serving to flesh out some of our cast a little bit more. But yeah, I do think that's gonna be where I leave it. If you liked what you saw here, if you also like Yu Yu Hakusho, who are your favorite characters? What are some of your favorite moments? And what are your thoughts and expectations for this live action series? Please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Um, yeah, I don't know. Also, while you're down there, be sure to hit the subscribe and the like button and hit the bell to be notified when we're going live or when we drop new videos. We've had some big trailer reactions come out this last week, just between Halo, Fallout, Grand Theft Auto, and now this. We have a lot of reactions that are going up, so click subscribe. I'm sure there'll be plenty more coming down the road. Um, but yeah, leave a comment. I'm going in circles again. Follow us on socials. We'll have links in the description, and they'll let you know when we're going live. We go live Mondays and Thursdays, not Tuesdays. Sometimes Tuesdays, not all Tuesdays, but Mondays and Thursdays. Sometimes on the weekends, we read new chapters of One Piece when they drop, when the official translations drop on Sunday, and we usually do those live. So stay tuned to socials for that. Um, yeah, that's all I got. Man, it's been this is cool. This looks neat. I'm Patrick. You've been excellent. I'll see you in the next reaction.